Don't you pick
What
on
you
my...
say? This is horrible. I'll see you in the morning. Hello, welcome back to She's in Her Apron and part 2 of answering questions with Mom. This house is packed. There's like, what, 12 kids? 12 kids here. It's gonna be loud. So if you hear them, sorry, but we gotta do what we gotta do. My friend Christy from Organized Mom asked tips for surviving the teenage years.
Just enjoy them.
Breathe.
Yeah, just enjoy them. Yeah, because they're gone before you know it, and I'm gonna cry.
Do it again.
They're gone before you know it.
Yeah.
You don't sleep until they're home.
Oh my gosh. Derek and I, it's your turn. No, it's your turn to stay up.
You don't sleep until they come home. You know, if they borrowed the car, you don't fall asleep until you hear the door slam and the car door slam.
You did pick your battles though, and I think that's important because do you remember the time I snuck back into the house and that window where the phone was in the Auburn house?
Oh yes.
And I yeah, and you come walking in and I'm like halfway through the window. I'm like, hey, just checking this window. I do fit through it. And you waited till morning.
Yeah.
You just looked at me.
It's like, oh boy.
And I was like, oh boy. And so sometimes you just
pick your battles.
You pick your battles. Yeah, I remember. I remember you were just like, I will deal with this. I got you in the morning. And I remember that.
You're home. She's in one piece.
Yeah, she's home. That's right. That's probably what you were thinking. You're like, okay, she's live. Because we didn't have cell phones back then.
No, we didn't. I couldn't get in touch with my child.
I was late. The house was locked. The window was open. I'm like,
yep.
Maybe Mom won't notice. But I made a lot of racket going through the window. Yep. Yeah, you
But she was home.
Yeah, that's true. I know. When they get home, it's like, we'll deal with whatever happened tonight, tomorrow.
Because when they're late, these things that go through your brain, and they go through everybody's brain. Yes. Every mom's brain.
And I called again and I apologized. Ma, Kelly came home late. I am so sorry again. I'm so sorry I put you through that. This is horrible. Yeah. And you do I think all these weird things. Oh my gosh, she got kidnapped. She's da-da-da-da-da. Oh my word.
What hospital could they have brought her to?
Yeah.
Things like that. It's, yeah.
Yeah. Did she have her license on her? Is she a Jane Doe? You know, like, oh my.
And then you can breathe easier when, like I said, when you hear the car door or the house door slam. You know,
there's moments where I don't pick the battle right when like they walk in the house. I'm like, we'll talk in the morning, because that way I could cool down and not be. Because man, who knows what
what would come out if I got after her at that particular moment. So I would breathe and go to sleep. Yeah.
I'll see you in the morning. This is from 1994. Tahoe asks, my 18-year-old is moving 4 hours away on Monday. I'm dying inside. How'd Ma let you kids go? Oh, it's so hard. How did you let me get on a train? I'm glad you asked this question. I graduated June of 96. A day or 2 days after Christmas of 96, I got on a train because I was afraid of flying. I'd never flown before. By myself. It was like a 2-day train ride. The switch over was in Chicago. I remember sitting on that train going, holy crap, I'm really doing this. I remember like, oh, it's about to get real. How did you, because if Callie were to say I'm getting on a train and going cross country, I would have been like, oh no, you're not. I'll come with you and then I'll fly home. How did you do that?
Well, we were grateful in the fact that you were going to Utah. So I looked at it more as the end result more than you actually going.
How did you do that day though?
Yeah, that was hard.
I never asked you this. This is the first time I've never asked you this.
Yeah, it's hard.
Don't do it. I just put my makeup on for the day. We have a reception tonight. Don't do it.
And, you know, it's really hard. It's really hard. You know, you can say be strong, and yeah, it's really hard. But I had to look at the end results. That's like when I had to. I always had to look at the end results of a lot of things. Like my husband going to school, and it seems like I was being divorced. And people would ask me, how do you do it? You've got 4 kids. And you're balancing church and everything, and work, and I wasn't working at the time, but church and everything. How do you do it? And I always had to say, I'm looking at the end results. I know
that.
I know Jerry would get a better job, and it's good for him. So I had to look at the end result, especially the last 2 months of his going to college. Oh, it's like, will you hurry up?
I remember when
done.
he graduated.
Yeah.
I remember that day. I still
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah.
I remember walking the campus. I remember that day.
Yeah, so I had to look at the end result, that it would be better for our family, financially. He's going to do what he loves to do. And I had to think of that way with Kimmy going to school. It's going to be really good for her. She's going to be with friends that she knows.
I'm okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, I had to look at the end result. That's all
I like that. It's the best tip I think you've ever given Mom.
Yeah. I had to look at the end result. Yeah.
Oh, this is a good one. This is from Daisy. What did you feed your kids when they were little? Breakfast, lunch, and dinner ideas, please.
Breakfast was always either scrambled eggs.
Were we picky eaters?
No, Ben, the 5th one, was a very picky eater. My youngest was very picky. But no, Kimmy, except for carrots.
Yeah, there was a long time carrots and I were
Carrots
not friends.
were not friends.
No.
No, they were not picky eaters. Breakfast was, my husband would make these big breakfasts on the weekend.
Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Yes.
The home fries. The New England home fries.
Yes.
Okay. The scrambled eggs, the bacon. They'd have cereal during the week. Oatmeal.
Oh, lots of oatmeal.
Oh, remember the time I let you eat chocolate cake for breakfast?
Yes.
Bill Cosby said you could eat chocolate cake for breakfast because
There's flour and milk and eggs.
Yeah, pudding.
But you would mostly do that because if we had a birthday,
right,
and we
Right.
would have our birthday cake, and I do
Birthday
that
cake.
with my kids too. I'm like, you get to eat your birthday cake for breakfast.
Birthday cake.
Yep.
Lunch, grilled cheese and tomatoes.
Yeah.
Tomato soup.
Yeah, we had.
Well, you guys love tomato soup. Tomato soup with
We had
crackers.
a lot of soup. I remember we ate
Yeah.
soup a lot.
Peanut butter and jelly. Yeah.
And we would get school lunch. There were times we got home lunch, but there were times mostly we got school lunch.
School lunch. Yeah.
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 Yeah, we got school lunch a lot actually growing up. I think it was probably easier.
It was
with you
easier
working.
for me working because I had to be out of the house.
Yeah.
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 So they bought school lunch.
And our
I'm
school
not
district had good
as
lunch.
talented as her, that she's got everything lined up and all her ducks lined up in a row. But
I don't though. I don't always have my ducks lined up.
Yeah.
I have my good days and my bad days, just
Yeah.
like everybody else. I like
But-
learning. That's why.
yeah,
Perfect.
exactly.
Yeah.
I didn't have YouTube or Pinterest.
No, could you imagine?
Pinterest. Oh my gosh, I would have loved Pinterest when these kids were little.
Oh yeah.
All these ideas that all these women come up with, and oh god,
I know.
that would have been great.
I would like it if it was around more when Callie was little, but the internet
know.
was just chugging along at that point.
Yep.
Yep. But dinners, oh my gosh, you always had dinner.
Oh,
And we
yeah.
always ate together as a family at the table. We
Yeah.
always had good dinners, Sunday dinners.
Yep.
Yeah.
My dinners with my 6 or 7 vegetables.
I know. You should see Thanksgiving at Ma's house.
Oh.
She's got every vegetable ever. I know. We
I know.
always had tons of veggies at dinner. Our dinners were good. You would do roasts. You would do chickens. I mean, you would go all out. Yeah. Like, even when you were working, there was dinner.
There was always dinner on
Yeah.
the table.
But would we always have dinner at the same time every night? Or did we
No.
ever eat late? Because sometimes we're eating at 8 because of sports.
Exactly, because of sports and yep.
Did we have late? I can't remember. Did we have late dinners too?
Yeah.
There was times I would have to miss dinner because of sports.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "Save me dinner."
Yeah, we never had a set. We never had a set time.
Yeah.
No, never.
Never. Okay.
It
Couldn't
was.
remember.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't put that stress on myself. You know, it as long as you ate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no set time. No set time. Thanksgiving.
People like the tuna pot pie, Mom.
Do they?
I call it, well,
God.
we call it tuna fish pie, but I thought, I can't bring it to the internet as tuna fish pie. People
Tuna
go,
fish
excuse
pie.
me, so
Well,
I call it for them tuna pot pie, because it sounds better.
It's
Where'd you find that recipe?
Oh, I found that in a country, just a book. I was just looking for recipes. You know, you want to get ideas and you want something different. So I was looking in this book and I found it and I went, oh my gosh, that's easy and it sounds so good.
It's weird when you tell people about it, but it's
Mhm.
like you have to taste it.
Mm-hmm.
You have to taste it.
Yeah. Now Ben's girlfriend wants me to teach her
She
how to
likes
make it. No, she's never tasted it, but she loves tuna fish.
Oh, okay.
So I have to make it.
It's so good. It's the weirdest thing, but it's just so good. I remember the first time you made it, it was like, oh yeah, we like this.
Yeah.
But see, I take the easy route and I go buy pre-made crust, and Mom makes her crust.
I make my crust.
Like she make full out, like rolls it out. I'm like,
Yeah, I started buying crust for Ben, store-bought crust, and he actually asked me to make homemade crusts. Ma, could you make homemade crust with this? So I take out my Bosch and I mix my dough and I make my crust and stuff. But the kids just absolutely love it, and it's so inexpensive.
Yeah,
to make.
it really is.
You know, if you're on a budget, it's so good and it's so inexpensive.
You're making me hungry. I haven't had breakfast yet. Everyone's been eating
Everybody's
breakfast.
been, yeah, I ate breakfast.
I haven't eaten yet.
Your husband made me a omelet.
He made you a really good one.
Sausage, bacon,
It was
cheese,
beautiful.
omelet with guacamole on the top. It's so good.
It looked good. Ha! From Ange McKinnon, how do you stop your children from arguing with each other?
Oh, boy. I don't think there's a magic answer. I really don't. There is no magic.
Mm-mm. They still argue.
They still argue.
We still argue as grown-up children. We had arguments the other day.
It's...
What do you do?
Yeah.
Well, when my kids do fight, though, and it's getting insane, I do the hugging circle.
Mm-hmm.
And I would make them stand there and hug each other. Because someone asked, your kids hug each other a lot. How do they get like that? It's probably from the hugging circle. When they are they're at each other and picking. We would make them stand there and hug.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had my youngest Ben knew how to push at my daughter Ashley's. There's 10 years difference between my youngest from the 5th to the 4th.
Yeah.
And growing up, he still knew how. I figured 10 years difference, there's not going to be a problem. Well, let me tell you, my youngest knew how to push the buttons of his sister. And they... Yeah.
We still know how to push each other's buttons. I was just pushing Jerry's buttons before we started filming.
They do.
And we're 40.
They learn how to get to them.
Why do you say that? And I'm like, for that face right there. It doesn't change.
Yeah, but they get along so good.
Yeah, they're best buds.
They're best buds now.
Well, Jerry and I are 18 months apart,
Mm-hmm.
and when we were younger, we were best of friends, worst of enemies.
Mm-hmm.
And but we would get over things quick, and you didn't interfere a lot. I remember that. You didn't come in and be like blah blah blah.
Oh, I would be doing it all the time.
Yeah, like you would let us, and Dad still to this day, let them battle it out. It's their problem. They got to figure it out. But yeah, you never, even when we come running to you, you're like, figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember. And we did, and we would get over it.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yep. Otherwise, we would have been battling all the time.
Mm-hmm.
All the time. Yep. Because the kids,
It's hard. It's hard when you want to stop it because you just want the noise to stop.
Mm-hmm.
And like there's times where I will butt in and intervene and just stop. But it just makes things worse sometimes. Sometimes you just gotta let them
Figure it out on their own.
From Saul Mama Haley, who was the most stubborn child?
Kimmy.
Was I really?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Stubborn?
Wait a minute. You're telling me that I was more stubborn than Seth?
No, yes. Yes. Seth, people always thought that Seth was my favorite child. And you guys always said it, but Seth was the third. And everybody said, he's your favorite, he's your favorite. Oh, no, he wasn't. He was only my...
So there is a favorite?
No, there is no favorite. But I had to keep Seth away from Jerry and Kimmy because they would always be after him. So I would kind of sort of protect Seth from those two.
I do that with Boston.
You do, see? Yeah. Yeah. See, in growing up, maybe Callie and Jonah are going to think that Boston's your favorite because you're protecting them from the oldest ones.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think you were the most stubbornest one, I think. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Seth.
No.
I was your strong-willed.
Strong-willed. You were very strong-willed. Yes.
I believe that.
Some of me in there. There was some of me in there.
Yes,
some of me in there.
From Sophia Skykin, best recipe you ever passed to your kids?
The best recipe, the best recipe I would say was those strushies that we ate, the gravy. Teaching them how to do that.
You have to. That's got to keep going.
That's got to keep
going. That came
going.
over from your grandmother.
Yep.
That was Italy, right?
Right. Yep. From my grandmother, because I can remember as a child, all my Italian relatives getting together and friends and just having this big meal and having them, just the smells. Oh my God, what a memory!
I know, the smells are amazing.
Smells amazing, and yeah. So that's a big.
The most important thing that I think you could pass down is that, because it's
that.
got to keep going.
It's got to go. And then those Italian cookies, very.
A lot of them have made them and tried them, and they love them.
Those are so good, you know. And I think another favorite one was the tuna fish pie.
Yeah. Oh, and the clam chowder.
Oh, the clam chowder. Wasn't that clam chowder amazing?
Yes.
Yes.
I started learning to make the clam chowder in college because it was just like I have a link. It's so good.
Yeah, it is. My girlfriend Lois gave it to me, and it's so good.
Country Mom 115. I have a 7-year-old girl, and she's very independent, and I love that. But she's very strong-willed, and she won't listen to me. Any tips?
Kimmy.
Ooh.
That was Kimmy. Kimmy's very strong-willed.
Yeah.
Had an opinion on everything.
I still do.
Still do.
But I've learned to
tone it down a little bit. Yeah. She keeps it in check now.
I married a good man that helps me keep it in check.
That's true. That is true.
I married a very calm,
Derek is
wonderful
a
man.
saint.
Seriously, he is.
He is.
People always wonder, is Derek really the way that he
no,
is?
Derek is the way he is.
Guys, seriously.
He is the way he is. He's wonderful.
Yep. I got lucky.
Yep.
Yeah. He's crying at
He's a great son-in-law.
Oh, Mom.
Yeah. What was the question?
We went off on Derek. Well, he's hot.
So well,
you're like,
I can't think of my son-in-law that way, but he's such a neat guy. He's such a neat guy. He is what he is. What you see is what you get.
Yes, he's awesome.
I had to pray for patience because I didn't have any.
I like that I have strong-willed children. I also have 2 very strong-willed children. And I like that about them because it's going to get them far if they harness that energy. It's going to get them far in life. The best thing I notice is when they are in that moment and like talking to you and like they have something to say, we want to shut them down a lot of the time, but I am learning right now to listen to them because there's something in there that they're trying to say to you, but we could sometimes like cut them down.
Right.
So what I'm trying to do is listen to them even when I just don't want to, because a lot of the time it's like just air, but it's like they want to be heard.
Right.
They really, really, really want to be heard. And even if you don't agree with it, validate them, but it's hard because I have strong-willed children. And I remember, like, sometimes I try to put myself in their shoes, trying to remember what it was like when I was younger. And it's true. I just wanted to be heard. But are you listening to what I'm saying? That's all I wanted. Like, are you hearing what I'm saying? Like, I might not be saying the right thing, and I know you're not going to like it, and I know it's ticking you off, and I know you're going to say no, but are you hearing what I'm saying? That's all I wanted. So that's what I try to remember with my strong-willed kids. Tough.
Yeah. Sometimes they don't have a way of expressing what they want to get across either.
Yeah. It's hard. It's hard for them to get it into words and how they're feeling and stuff. And a lot of the time that crying and screaming is, I can't get it out.
Right. I don't know how to express it. And that's how they do it.
Yep. This is from Patsy Dinner Club. Have you ever received a "what were you thinking" or "I didn't know that" call from mom after you posted a certain video?
No.
I know what not to put up and what to put up.
Right. Yeah.
Boundaries. I have boundaries. There's things I talk about on the vlogs. There's things I don't talk about on the vlog. And I don't give away family stuff.
I do read everybody else's comments.
Do you?
Yes, I do. I go down.
That can be dangerous.
And sometimes I have to scratch my head and say, why does she think the way she's thinking? But
everyone has an opinion.
Everybody has an opinion. Yep. But I like reading your comments.
I know. There's a lot of amazing people.
Yeah.
Seriously, I only get the ones that are gutsy to leave a comment that are bad. But
overall, they're really good.
But oh my gosh, you guys are amazing. I love reading their comments.
Yeah.
But you read them. I didn't know you read their comments.
I read their comments.
Wow.
Yeah, because you'll always send a blog asking them questions.
And you want to see their answers.
And I want to see their answers.
Oh,
and I think they're really interesting.
I know. And isn't it amazing, like, in their comments from all over the world, how we're all different, but we're all in the same we all have the same end goal. We love our families, we want to take care of our families, but it's funny how we all kind of go about it differently.
And I'm a person, that you've got these people that are, I don't know how to express it. You have these people that they don't want anybody else's opinion. They think theirs is the best.
I know.
And women are jealous of women, but then on the other hand, you have these other women that are.
I know, they outweigh everything.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
They do. They outweigh everything.
They outshine them.
Yeah, and it's
women that are nice to other women and are sweet and just, even if they don't agree with me, they still are like, that was great or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, even if they don't agree with me, you guys are so great and respectful, and I respect that. I respect that a lot.
Yeah.
So,
that's why I love reading the comments. It's and I get a different point of view too from you. And it's nice when women are nice to other women, because there are some women that can be very nasty.
Yep.
So.
Hi guys. No.
Yeah.
That's where I get my feistiness
That's
from.
where she gets it from.
This is from right here.
Yeah. That's a given. Yes. And
it's kind of funny that you married a guy that's calm and is a thinker.
He's a thinker.
And he takes his time.
He does.
And I married a guy that's just like that.
They kind of put us in balance.
They do.
Because
Derek is not confrontational.
No.
Like, people wonder, is Derek the
disciplinarian
at the house? Well, he could take charge and he disciplines them, but I'm like her. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
And he's over here like, let's talk it out. What happened? And I'm like, you know what happened. And he's like, Kimmy,
calm down.
sit down. Why don't you go just sit down? And you know, and he approaches it better, where I'm just like, where were you? What were you doing? Blah, 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 blah. Yeah.
He's the thinker.
He is.
Mellower outer.
Thank gosh I have him.
Because
we're feisty.
We have the same personality when it comes to that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you pick
what
on
you
my
say. Mm-hmm.
I know. I was over Jerry's house, and Jerry said, "Oh my, you don't know half the things that I did when I was." And I said, "No, and I don't want to know. I want to know. I
am finding my ignorant bliss."
I want to think that you were a saint, okay?
I like this image in my head.
Give me my enjoyment, okay? I don't want to know the things that you did.
This is from 2010, Lindsay. I have a 2.5-year-old who doesn't sleep. She will sleep until about 2 and get up every hour. Ooh. About some nights and only sleep until 6:30. Ideas. She's a twin bed. And we must have the mattress on the floor currently so she can crawl.
Oh, so they have a mattress on the floor, so if she crawls out of the crib, she lands on the mattress?
Okay.
I didn't have that problem.
Well, a lot of our kids went through sleep times where they just wouldn't sleep. The biggest thing is, in your case, what I would do is I would go tuck her back in if she's waking up at 2 a.m., I'd put her back in. And if she does it again, she's going to have to soothe herself and cry it out. If she falls asleep on that twin mattress on your floor, then fine. But she might need to learn how to self-soothe and go back to bed. Mm-hmm. Because they get used to, like, I know mom's coming in here.
Right.
Like, I know if I just keep crying.
She's going to train you to keep going.
Do they and they train you from infants. Did you guys know that? They know. And so
that you'll pick them up and
believe me, Derek and I sat through hours of screaming children crying. We went in and we would comfort them once, and that was it. They had to learn to self-soothe and go back to bed. And to this day, Shaylee does wake up in the middle of the night and comes upstairs and says, "Can I sleep with you?" And we say, "No." And if she wants to sleep on the floor, she can sleep on the floor, but she's not crawling back into my bed. But we still go through it with Shaylee, but nope. We say no, and we ignore it. But she might have to just learn to self-soothe herself and go back to bed.
Right.
Okay, this is from Ashtona, Ashtona. Have you ever felt judged being a stay-at-home mom?
No. I've never been judged.
And then she's... Oh, go
I
ahead.
didn't go into... I didn't start work until Jerry was 12. Kids were in school. Grammy watched Ashley. Before that, when I didn't work, no, I was never judged for that. For staying at home.
That's good.
No.
There's like this weird stigma now.
Yeah, I know.
It's really weird. Do I get judged for being a stay-at-home mom? No, it's pretty common in Utah to be a stay-at-home mom. I think it might be reversed in Utah, where you get judged more for going to work.
Going to work, yeah.
I think I'm seeing that more. And I think that's horrible, because you don't know someone's situation, financial situation. Might be better for the mom. She might have a degree in something. You know, it might be better for her to go to work and the dad. And if that's what they're comfortable with and that's their arrangement, we have to be respectful.
Yeah, I've never judged anybody.
No,
whether they went to work or whether they stayed home.
Same. I have friends that work, and nope. I am blessed that I can be a stay-at-home mom, and there's times that I've had to go to work, and I don't mind. I'm blessed right now that this has turned into something, and it brings in income. I'm very lucky, and I know that. And I definitely don't take it for granted, because one day this all could be gone, and if we need to, I'll go right back to work.
Yeah.
But I don't need to go to work right now, and I know I'm blessed, and I know not everyone can. But you do what you got to do for your family. You can't worry about what other people think. If you need to be at work, mom, then do it, and do it proudly, because if you're in agreement with your husband, or that's what you've come up with, then do it. If you're a single mom, you have to do it. And if people are judging you for it, I am so sorry. That's horrible.
It is.
Horrible.
It is. They don't know your situation.
No, that's just horrible. We need to be more supportive. Way more supportive. And I support any of you that are doing it singly, or if you go to work, or if you're a stay-at-home mom. I support you with whatever you're doing, because you're taking care of your family and you're doing it. Whatever you need to do, whatever situation works for you. I have mad respect for all of you.
Exactly.
Yep. Well, guys, I think that's all the questions. We gotta go. We got a party we gotta start planning for here.
Yeah, I have to cook.
Yeah, we got some hams to cook and macaroni salad and big party here tonight.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, you guys. This was so much fun. We answered, I think, all of the questions. So thank you for your questions. It was great. We had fun doing it. So you
It
guys
was a
were
lot of fun.
lots of fun.
Nice talking to you guys.
Yeah. We will see you soon. Bye.
Bye.